Hello, welcome. We're going to look at the Taurus new moon and like a full lunation forward. So from the 27th of April 2025 to 27th of May, which is also a new moon, a full lunar cycle then, but that one is then in Gemini. So yeah, new moon in Taurus. New beginnings for our embodiment and our values. Getting grounded in our bodies and in practical life. What do we really value? What is really valuable for our life? And I'd say it's nature, of course. And we got still Uranus in Taurus 2 there. You know, could get some fast changes, I guess, still, because it's there like finishing up. It's like, how can we bring the bigger picture into how we do things with the land, with the earth. Also, I guess with the agriculture, how can we make it more diverse, more variety in there, and like ecosystem thinking into the picture more with variety and also with habitat for wildlife as part of the design. Yes. But then like at the same time we have here like this square and opposition, so like a grand fixed cross. On the other side, opposite, we've got Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio. So can have to do with like how Scorpio themes in us have been suppressed, but also like how that what has been repressed can become really a source of our strength and, you know, our vitality when we reconnect with it in a good way. So with regards to Scorpio, it could have to do with our sense of personal power, but also like our ability to transform by going through difficult things, by feeling through difficult things, by going into the deep end of the emotions and of experience, and learning through that how we can then transform into a next version, like, you know, inside of ourselves. Something eternal stays the same. It's that Pisces part, but a lot of like things about us can be, you know, they can transform like a caterpillar into the butterfly. And we have there also Vesta, so in a way like finding that spark or that ember right there in the deepest Scorpio realms finding the light in the dark. And we've got Juno too here, gonna be moving retrograde all the way into almost the middle of Scorpio, if I remember correctly, and kind of like supporting this effort of reintegrating Scorpio in a good way. Because that's one of her roles, is like bringing the fragmented parts back together. And then we also have, like the other axis of the fixed cross. We've got Pluto in Aquarius. We're transforming that Aquarius area together with Pluto. What about Aquarius has been out of whack? Well, I guess it's been like a bit like too detached. Like that perspective, that broad perspective that Aquarius brings by looking at things from very far away is really, really good and helpful. But it also can cause that Aquarius as a being that expresses a lot of Aquarius traits, they can feel, lonely and like separate from the whole that they are kind of viewing. And the one of the challenges is then like how to bring that Aquarian into the connection with the others and to support them, I guess, to bring those broad perspectives, but in a way that is like accessible to all the different energies to understand. So I think those are some of the challenges that we can have these coming years, the coming decade. And we got here Mars, who has been retrograde into Cancer, now moving forward again here into Leo and opposite Pluto. So we're taking action, expressing ourselves, our creativity, and hopefully from like that base of Cancer, that base of emotional security, that is the foundation, a good foundation to start acting from, where we have been able to nurture ourselves and our inner spark, our Mars, our Aries energy, while it was in Cancer, and while things were not moving forward at all as much as we might have wanted them, but it was preparing us for now and for the future, to have a better foundation for our actions, so that we're not acting out of like a detached space, hopefully less detached at least. Okay, so that's the fixed square that's going on, all of this stuff. And the ruler of Taurus, Venus, is here in Pisces with Saturn and the North Node. Ceres is also there, and we've got the ruler of Pisces, Neptune, in Aries, and we've got Mercury in Aries too there. So we still we have some endings in a way because of that, those final degrees of Pisces getting activated, Venus still moving there, and Saturn, and the North Node is moving the other direction because that's how it goes. So that's moving opposite direction from the planets. Planets moving from Pisces toward Aries. And those final degrees of Pisces, some endings, some like can be wrapping up of karma, or also like coming into wholeness maybe, or it depends where you're at in your journey. But also like because of the North Node, it shows like the collective evolutionary direction. So Venus and Saturn, Pisces, what are our spiritual values in relationships? How can we cultivate the relationships that honor our spiritual side, which relationships are aligned, and like taking responsibility for moving forward based on our values, based on what we would like to see more of, and Saturn wants us to do it like in an upfront way, like no one can do it for us. We gotta build this ourselves. And then also like Pisces, overall the wholeness is in some sense getting like a new beginning with this Neptune going into Aries. So that's gonna be interesting to see what that will start bringing for us. But I do feel like it's bringing like a freshness to the spiritual, like how we talk about the spiritual, and like also like how it can be a very personal thing. It doesn't need to be like a organized social thing necessarily. Can be like very personal experience, like as in Aries, as the individual experience of the divine Neptune. So, and I mean, sometimes Pisces and Neptune also has to do with like this confusion and fog and illusions, fantasies. Sure, that can also be coming up, but not just that. It's also about the divine. But I guess we're gonna keep discerning like how to tell them apart. Yeah. Still got here Cherry Claw holding space for Pallas Athena, who has gone through like transformation with Pluto, transiting over Pluto, starting a new cycle. And for this new Pluto epoch, it's like what does she stand for in this era? I have like a lot to say about Pallas Athena, And the other goddess or feminine asteroids, just in a way that's kind of like me connecting some dots that I don't know if other people connect the same way, but I kind of want to talk about it. But I mean, I think it would be nice to have like some people there present, or like even just one person present, like when I would talk about it, so that, I don't know, I think it would, maybe I could express myself a bit better then. So if you would be interested in that, can contact me with the email or send me a message. And let's look for a time. I want to talk about them and record it. And if you want, you can even ask me some questions in there. If you want to be part of the recording or not, just listening. There are different options, but yeah, that would be fun. And yeah, but I think she's gone through like this transformation, and she's like finding her new bearings with time here. And we still have for a couple years the Chiron in Aries, so it's still gonna be maybe wrapping up some like Aries karma that we still haven't gotten to, maybe like it's good to be on your own side, you know, like have your own will and your own boundaries and your own way, but not so much that you alienate everyone else from your life, and you're not able to listen to others or relate to them, like the opposite of Libra. Then this is what we've been talking about for like the previous couple of years with the nodes, and with also with Chiron there. But yeah, to balance the Aries Libra. Yes, I'm an individual, but I also can be authentic and honest with others, and listen to others and respect them too as individuals. So that sort of thing. And our communication has Jupiter here in Gemini. It's like expanding maybe how we use words or how we communicate. Maybe it's not just words anymore. Maybe it's like we're realizing how important it is, like how we say things, how just texts and memes, it's not enough. We need presence. We need, because like voice brings so much more emotion than just text and even memes, even though like those are both really nice too, like as part of the bigger picture. But I for one appreciate voice communication in the present moment. It just resonates the best with me. It feels more like feels more real to me. Yeah, that sort of things. That's like the Taurus new moon. And then I have like the chart for 1 week for a word here. So that's the first quarter moon in Leo with Mars that has just gone opposite Pluto. So I expect like that would maybe be like a bit of a like emotional day, but also like if we have taken the actions to move forward with our expression from an emotionally safe place, then maybe it won't be so volatile. Hopefully it can be for some people who've been holding back and not processing, not creating safety for themselves, and who are still like acting from a lack of safety. So then that can probably create some trouble. But yeah, just to keep that in mind. Doesn't need to be terrible, but probably like some discomfort can be there. Some like feeling about it, about where we are, about the processing. And yeah, the sun will have moved forward here in Taurus. Otherwise, we got the pretty much the same. I could say a bit about Virgo South Node because I didn't say in the first 20 minutes. So Virgo South Node collectively is like kind of like bringing up how the collective has seen Virgo, what are still like some dynamics of Virgo that need to be evolved. Maybe something about it needs to be let go, felt through, especially like when the moon goes over it. There might be some releasing of old Virgo narratives and emotions, and like some processing going on this while it moves through Virgo. And then every month when the moon goes over there, and what could that then be, like these Virgo themes? It could be like how, well, there are different options, but maybe there's like we've been in like a service mode, but then suppressed ourselves in that, or haven't found like that a good way to balance out the serving, and then like I guess getting something in return. Or maybe people didn't understand our process of like, because Virgo likes to refine, and sometimes that requires like a bit of a hermit periods, and to like reflect and process and find like what works, what didn't work, like analyze in a way. And maybe some people didn't understand that sort of approach. They just wanted like it to be like the approach to be the same all the time, or whatever. But also like I feel like it has to do with autonomy too. Yeah, like that old word virgin, it didn't used to mean like someone who didn't have experience or was untouched or whatever. It used to mean like a woman who was self-sufficient, who would would have their own autonomy. So yeah, maybe we're releasing that distorted Virgo image and instead bringing that stronger in our own feminine way, strong version of like a Virgo that can take care of their own their own life. Yeah, but that's like the main gist. We got Venus also moving into Aries here. So I guess more of that fiery, independent vibe into the mix of our relationships and our values is like, and in a way, I guess newness too is like gonna start to be instinctually trying things out, and I guess then evaluating with time what works good and what doesn't. Yeah. Okay. Scorpio full moon together with Juno here. Where did I put that circle? Yeah, so in 2 weeks from this Taurus new moon, we got the Scorpio full moon on the other side. So that's like halfway the lunar cycle. First quarter, full moon, then here's third quarter. But we are here right now in the chart, so yeah, we're gonna have like illumination about like what about Scorpio. I guess some like obscure things might be coming up, like to be seen in general, but also like in our personal psyches, and also like it's an opportunity then to bring into awareness the suppressed parts in us, because Black Moon Lilith is there, but also like an opportunity to start bringing like a change to that, like to stop suppressing it and instead like start the process of integrating it, like having compassion towards what has been suppressed and bringing it back into like a compassionate stance within us toward that. And Juno also talks about similar thing, like well, it talks about a lot of stuff, but also about that bringing back into wholeness, bringing into connection with not only ourselves but each other, the broader group, and the broader ecosystem, the broader landscape, including all the vegetative life too, but also wildlife, and our emotional side with the moon, and our spiritual side with Vesta. So I think it's a very, very nice like symbolism for awareness of these things. What do you guys think? Yeah. Also have their Uranus with the sun at that time, so maybe even like sudden illuminations or sudden shifts are possible at that time. Yeah. So let me see here. Third quarter. So then the moon has moved here into Aquarius. And that's like 3 weeks from Taurus, new moon. And we've got here the moon with Pallas then. So like yeah, Aquarius. Some sort of completion about the or maybe like starting to close and digest these realizations and this what we have come to realize, and then a letting go of what no longer serves through then the balsamic into the next new moon. But I just wanted to show like how this lunar cycle goes, one cycle every month in this chart, but then the other cycles are different in length, and the patterns are always a bit different. Not one moment is the same. Okay, here is the Gemini new moon. We got like a trine with Pluto, and we got Mercury pretty close to the new moon too, ruling that new moon, beginning of Gemini. So maybe some new ways of expressing again. Needing to express new things. Maybe with regards to where we're going with this new cycle, this new phase, this coming decade. Maybe some new expressions about that whole jazz. Here's also sextile to the Pisces energies. Yes, I think so. So, I think that's how far I'm gonna go this time. I used to make these quarter yearly reports, but I think I'm gonna just leave it here this time. That's like one lunar cycle, 1 month, pretty much the month of May, with this info, and then I'm gonna continue with the next charts, separate video, I don't know when that's coming out, but yeah, thanks for listening, and hope you join. Please subscribe. It motivates me, and yeah, let's remember the big picture, and let's include our emotions. Let's work it out how to where it can all work as a cohesive whole, all the emotional and the spiritual and the mind and the instinct and the whole, all the jazz, all the directions, all the elements working together, forming functioning whole, functioning wholeness. Yeah. All right. So see ya.